today we're going to do wine cork pumpkins. They're really cute and easy, and we're going to start with a 25 set of corks. They can be different sizes, different heights, different colors. A lot of them are just red and burgundy stained from wine. Some are just the normal cork color from white wine or no dye, and then some I've painted orange with like a stamped pad or a highlighter to give it more of the pumpkin look. So with the 25 corks, we're going to have a row of 4, a row of 5, 6, and then 5 and 4, and then your last cork is for the top, and you can cut it in half if you want a shorter stem for your pumpkin. So we're going to lay them out the color that way that we want it, and we're going to get our hot glue gun, and we're going to pick up the first row, and we're going to just put a line of glue there. You get your one that you're going to stick to it and push it down on the counter so that they're flat, and then push it down like there so it's flat. Then you go ahead and do your next strip. Push it down flat, and then push it all down flat. And wait just a second so it can set a little bit. Pick up and do your fourth one for the first row. Push it down and push it down, and then just set it aside, and it's going to cool, and that's going to help it set. Now you're going to work on your second row. So your second row again has 5. Sometimes you're going to need to get your next glue stick ready. This takes 3 to 4 glue sticks for this project. Push it together, push it down flat. Then you just put it behind this one and let it set flat. You're going to want that to dry just like that. Then you start on your third row, and you just do the same thing. It doesn't matter if the corks are beat up or anything, or if they have designs on it, it just adds more character to it. And you can do all one color, like I've seen people paint theirs completely orange before. You could do purple and black and orange if you want more of like a Halloween feel. They're just really fun and classy in your kitchen or fall decoration. They make great gifts. It goes pretty fast. I'm on my last row, my top row. Okay, so now I have all of my rows glued and they're cooling. So now I'm going to start stacking them like in this pumpkin. So they should fall in between since they each have an extra or one less than the previous row. But since they're not all exactly the same size, they might not lay down perfectly. So if you want to look at the spacing and see kind of where it hits the cork before it or below it, you can glue in those certain spots, or if you don't really care about being conservative with your hot glue, you can just kind of glue, just make a bunch of stripes on each cork. You set it down, and then I put it on its back so that the back here is flat. Okay. I'm going to need another glue stick here. Oops, lost one. So this is the longest one, so when this goes on, you're not going to want to put glue on the outer edges of the outer corks, obviously, because then it will show. If you find there's any loose parts, you can always pull it apart and re-glue certain spots if you need to. Or if you're not planning on showing the back, you can always put extra glue in the back. And if you want to show both sides, you can paint the other side also. So now we're ready for the decorations and accents. So you can just take, this is just a leaf out of a 50 count leaf bag from the Dollar Tree. So go ahead and put that on first, put a glob of glue there on the top and put your leaf in there. You can angle it how you want and let it cool for a second. And then you can choose if you want to have a taller cork or if you want a shorter cork. We're also going to be tying a bow of raffia around the cork, so keep that in mind when choosing your cork. I think I like this one, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to put a lot of glue on here so that I can push it down, because when you cut a cork it's not usually perfectly even. So just push it down and hold it for a little bit and let it cool. You'll want to let this cool all the way before you tie on your raffia, because it will pull it off if it's not cool and set. But you can also glue your raffia on if you want. I usually just tie it on and it's loose hanging out, but when I get my raffia on, I like to tie the knot first and get that ready. And you can make a little bow. You could leave it like that. Oh, fell off. And there you go. You have your cork pumpkin.